The Pentagon says another suspected Chinese spy balloon has been discovered, this time flying over Latin America. That's after another such balloon was seen floating above the U.S. heartland. The spotting has complicated Washington and Beijing's already strained relations and drawn Americans' attention to the sky.
Floating nearly 2 kilometres above the United States, this balloon is causing major diplomatic problems back on Earth.
And I have no idea what it is.
First spotted over Montana by curious residents, it's now believed to be a Chinese espionage platform.
China's decision to fly a surveillance balloon over the continental United States is both unacceptable and irresponsible. That's what this is about. It's a violation of our sovereignty. It's a violation of international law.
China rejects the spying claims and says it's a weather balloon that's veered off course. The White House isn't convinced, and a planned diplomatic trip to Beijing has been abruptly called off.
What this has done is created the conditions that undermine the purpose of the trip, including ongoing efforts to build a floor under the relationship and to address a broad range of issues that are of concern to the American people, I believe to the Chinese people, and certainly as well to people around the world.
The trip was expected to be a significant step in improving ties between the two countries, the balloon deflating those hopes, while some Americans are demanding it be shot down.
These balloons are so huge that even that number of ammunition sent, that amount of ammunition sent towards it, is only going to cause a very, very slow leak, and it's not going to come down immediately. You can't just pop the balloon and it's going to go away.
While the Pentagon says the balloon poses no physical threat, it's no doubt doing damage to US-China relations. Relations the US is determined to strengthen amid rising global tensions.
We asked our Washington correspondent Michaela Kufner what more is known about that second balloon.
Very little. We only know what we've learned from the Pentagon, that the Pentagon says that it is in Latin America. It won't go into the specifics of where exactly it is hovering above Latin America. And I think it's rather remarkable that we're learning this today because along with that sighting here in the United States, and actually officials here now pointing towards this balloon above U.S. territory, which apparently Joe Biden, the U.S. president, learned already on Tuesday. We also learned that at least one previous such incident was reported during the Trump administration. So these balloons seem to be something that has been present, that has been an issue much longer than is publicly known.
So what are the likely repercussions of the balloon incident for the delicate relations between Washington and Beijing? Here's DW East Asia correspondent William Yang.
I think the postponement of the visit reflects how much distrust there is between the two countries, because even a incident like this would have stopped a highly anticipated visit that has been prepared from both sides for months. And now there's also no immediate date to restart this whole visit because it's clear that both sides are now taking a very defensive position over this very controversial Chinese surveillance balloon that is still flying through the airspace in the United States. So right now, it's very clear that the United States thinks that it's not worth the political cause if they go ahead with the visit because they view the visit as not being able to really deliver a lot. So it's not really worth the domestic political pushback.
Now, it bears repeating, Beijing immediately rejected the spy claims and insists it was an ordinary weather balloon. Any other reaction since?
Yes, in their second response, it's even very bizarre that they said that the U.S. and China had never announced any kind of visit. So they even walked back the original position that is being viewed as like trying not to let this balloon incident to overshadow the Blinken visit. And now they're saying that any news that was released by the U.S. unilaterally is in the U.S. interest, and they respect whatever news that the U.S. Released. So immediately we can already see how they view this visit as not viable at all after the U.S. response and the U.S. reaction. And now the Chinese are taking a very defensive position compared to the original first response that they have, which is a lot more apologetic than the second one.
Quickly, William, how is all this being received among China's neighbors?
So in Taiwan, the foreign ministry immediately released an incident, a statement basically criticizing China's move and saying that China's move is creating uncertainty for regions, and also at the same time characterizing it as an illegal move to violate another country's sovereignty and also intruding another country's airspace, and calling on Beijing to immediately stop such actions.
Again, that was William Yang in Taipei. Many thanks, William.
Thank you.